This is your WGBW Daily News Roundup for the Talk of Green Bay, 97.9 FM and 1590 AM.
Civic Media News, I'm Terry Bell. Here's what Wisconsin needs to know. Wisconsin Assembly Speaker Robin Vos offers a blunt assessment to the effort to recall him from office.
The people who organize this are so out of touch with reality, and I'm just going to keep saying it over and over again, they are morons.
Vos is sounding confident the recall effort against him will not only fail, but is probably illegal, too.
In Wisconsin, if you're a felon, you're not allowed to circulate. Well, they brought in people from out of state who are felons, so they're not allowed to circulate. So they broke the law in Wisconsin. Whatever the DA does with that, or Josh Collar, whoever it is, that's up to them.
The state Supreme Court will decide if there'll be a recall. A pair of audits show about 3/4 of workspaces in state office buildings are empty as many as 5 days a week. A panel of state lawmakers pressed leaders from the Department of Administration and the universities of Wisconsin about their work-from-home policies. State Representative Bob Whitkey says the state has invested billions of dollars in office space. He questions why it should go unused. Wisconsin is giving out about $4 million in grants to help employers train thousands of workers in construction, healthcare, manufacturing, and transportation jobs. 22 companies are using the money from the Department of Workforce Development's Wisconsin Fast Forward program to train more than 2,000 people. Wisconsin is eligible for up to $30 million in federal money for high-speed internet in underserved areas. It would be a boon to rural communities where the population is getting older.
At least 15% of people 50 plus in Wisconsin are not connected because the wires simply don't come to their house, or they don't have a device, or they don't know how to use it.
Martha Cranley is with AARP Wisconsin. There's a death investigation at Devil's Lake State Park. The Department of Natural Resources says the body found this week is not James Yablonsky, the teenager who disappeared in the area last summer. The DNR says the person who died registered a campsite and was found dead there. Wardens say there's no sign of foul play and there's no threat to the public. Wisconsin's favorite game show contestant finished second in the Jeopardy! Tournament of Champions finals. Ben Chan is a philosophy professor at St. Norbert College in De Pere. He won 5 games against 26 other former Jeopardy! Champions. I'm Terry Bell, Civic Media News. Now here's what you need to know closer to home.
For WGBW News, I'm Lisa Hale. It's time to start thinking about the April 2nd election, says Celestine Jeffries, the Green Bay City Clerk.
Please go to myvote.wi.gov, and that tells you everything you need to know about your election, where your polling place is, what your in-person absentee voting or early voting hours are, what's on your ballot, whether or not you're registered to vote.
She says about 30% of the voters in Green Bay vote absentee. Jeffrey says that there will be late night and Saturday opportunities for residents to vote.
Saturday before the election, always. Late night Thursday before the election for April and November, always. So we're open till 9 next Thursday. We're open 8 to noon next Saturday, the day before Easter.
For information on early voting in your area, check with the municipal clerk's office. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation Division of Motor Vehicles reminds voters to check and be sure that they have proper identification needed to vote in the April 2nd election. Wisconsin driver's license and IDs are the most common form of ID used for voting. Wisconsin Elections Commission notes that military and student IDs are also allowed. The DMV offers ID cards for voting free of charge. Check with your local DMV for details. 2 Fox Valley men are charged with child pornography and bestiality. 30-year-old Jacob Boudreau of Appleton faces 12 child pornography charges. He's being held on a $20,000 cash bond. 20-year-old Noah Teal of Oconomowoc faces 4 bestiality charges and is being held on a $10,000 cash bond. Boudreau returns to court April 11th. Teal makes his next appearance on May 30th. The investigation of former Racine County Deputy Preston Kite led police to these and other suspects. The Green Bay Board of Education voted unanimously to appoint Vicki Bayer as the school district's interim superintendent Monday. Bayer will serve in the position until June 2025 as the school board searches for a new superintendent to replace Claude Tiller Jr., who resigned in February after he came under fire for comments made during a break on an Atlanta radio show. Bayer also held the position of interim superintendent in 2022 when Stephen Murley retired. Teachers at the Green Bay Area School District will find larger paychecks after the school board voted to provide just over a 4% cost of living increase for staff. The increase will raise starting teacher salaries who have a bachelor's degree from $48,000 to $50,000 next year. The starting pay for those with a master's degree will be over $56,000. Interim Superintendent Vicki Bayer says they hope that by increasing teachers' salaries, the district can be more competitive with other career fields for college graduates. Green Bay native Ben Chan gave it his all during 6 games in the Jeopardy! Tournament of Champions. Unfortunately, the St. Norbert College professor didn't win the tournament. He came in second to winner Yogesh Raut. For his second-place win, Chan earned $100,000. Chan says he is open to appearing on Jeopardy! Again if he's ever called to do so. For the first time in the show's history, a Wisconsin chef will be part of the cast of Top Chef. The 21st season of the Bravo television show was filmed in Madison and Milwaukee this fall. It will highlight the state's culinary culture and will feature Dan Jacobs, co-owner of Dan Dan in Milwaukee. Several Wisconsinites were involved in judging and dining in the culinary competition show. The first episode, set in Wisconsin, airs tonight on Bravo. And that's what you need to know. I'm Lisa Hale, WGBW News.
The Bucks with a battle in Beantown. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. Tonight it's the Bucks in first place Celtics in Boston. Chris Middleton back for his second game after missing over a month with a sprained left ankle. Middleton on what he's being asked to do by Bucks head coach Doc Rivers.
I try to be a coach on the floor at times with, pinning guys in certain spots and running certain things just to get a different flow or try to take control of the game.
Men's college basketball, the Wisconsin Badgers on their way to New York, where they'll play James Madison University at the Barclays Center, home of the Brooklyn Nets, for their first game in the NCAA tournament. The tip-off time, 8:40 Central, 9:40 on the East Coast. Any concern about the players adjusting to the late start? Badgers head coach Greg Gard.
They'll be up bouncing around anyway. They're going to watch 3 days of games before it's our game day, so these guys would be ready to play, whether it was maybe not 6 a.m., but I don't know how many of them are early risers, but we'll adjust. And it's nothing different than how we played through all the year with the different TV times.
Marquette plays Friday afternoon at the same arena. Baseball, the Brewers with another win in spring training, this time 8-5 over the Guardians. Willie Adames with a home run. The Crew with a 4-game winning streak host the Giants tomorrow night. Men's college hockey, Wisconsin's Kyle McLennan named goaltender of the year by the Big Ten, one of 5 Badger players recognized by the conference. College football, a report in the Wisconsin State Journal says that the Badgers are actively recruiting over 22 offensive players to come to Madison. That includes Darian Dupree, a running back out of Mount Carmel High, the Illinois State champions the past 2 years.
I love Wisconsin.
Why did you commit to Wisconsin?
Why not go there, Coach Fickle is a great coach, I love Coach Fickle. I started to like them before the new staff, but the new staff came over there. It just really pushed me forward to go there. I just love Wisconsin.
That's running back Darian Dupree. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. Reba McEntire did not call Taylor Swift an entitled little brat. This is according to Reba McEntire. The country singer who sang the national anthem at this year's Super Bowl responded to a meme posted on Facebook by a group called America Loves Liberty that claims Reba criticized Swift for goofing off during McEntire's performance. McEntire said, "Please don't believe everything you read," then praised Swift profusely. A quick fact check revealed that Swift was actually standing with her hand over her heart during the anthem. For what it's worth, the group America Loves Liberty misspelled McEntire's name. Fans of the Electric Light Orchestra, also known as ELO, have one last chance to see their rock and roll heroes live. The New York Post reports that Jeff Lynne's classical music-inspired band will tour August through October this year. Tickets on Ticketmaster go on sale Friday, March 22nd, or if you want to wait, you can purchase them from a broker for 7,000 times the face value. If you like a good old-fashioned cold case mystery, American Conspiracy, The Octopus Murders might be right up your alley. The documentary revisits the case of Danny Casolaro, who was investigating a vast global conspiracy before ending up dead in his hotel bathtub in 1991. The Netflix miniseries is reviewing well with critics, but viewers appear split down the middle. I'm enjoying it immensely. Well, it's finally happened. A reality show and a scripted series are crossing over. Deadline is announcing that ABC will have The Bachelor and 911 share a storyline. 911 actor Oliver Stark says it won't be a huge spectacle, but it will be a really fun emergency. Yeah, tell that to the actors who are pretending to be near death. This is very risky, not because people will wonder which show is actually fake. I mean, they both are. But if I were The Bachelor, I'd be awfully careful. Women love firefighters. Lando Calrissian fans might have something to look forward to. Donald Glover told Variety he is working with Lucasfilm to turn the Disney Plus series Lando into a movie. Glover played young Calrissian in 2018's Solo, which underwhelmed at the box office. So naturally, they're going to make a film centered around an even lesser-known character, hoping for success. If you're wondering if the original Lando, played by Billy D. Williams, is supportive of the talented young Glover taking over the role, he is. Sort of. Yahoo Entertainment reports that Williams, 86, says the two had lunch together recently in LA, and he says Glover is a delightful young man and extremely talented, but went on to claim he created the Lando character, telling the media, when it comes to Lando Calrissian, there's only one Lando Calrissian, Billy D. Williams. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, every night between 7 and 9 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Sunny and colder today. We'll get to 32 for a high this afternoon. The wind a little breezy out of the northwest at 15 to 20. Tonight, we'll drop to 16 for a low. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy. 36 with snow likely tomorrow night into Friday. There could be a couple, maybe a few inches of accumulation by the time it all winds down on Friday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable. Temperature now 24.
That's your WGBW Daily News Roundup from Civic Media. Subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you find your podcasts. Find more news at WGBW.FM.